What up, YouTube? Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I hope everyone is feeling okay, taking care of themselves, and also staying out of the way, enjoying their lives, and being happy. Without further ado, here we go. I'm jumping right into this. Um, Signs you're outgrowing people, places, or things. This is very important topic at this time. We are in 2026. Things are shifting. Energies coming in, old energies coming, leaving, new energies coming out. A lot of people might be experiencing these type of feelings and these type of happenings. I just wanted to bring it to you guys aware that if you are, you're not the only one that's going through it. So this is what the shift is about, and let's go. So signs you're outgrowing people, places, or things. Outgrowing people, places, and things is usually quiet, internal, and a little uncomfortable. Here are the most common signs, especially relevant when someone is focused on growth, health, and faith, like you may be. Signs you're outgrowing people. Conversations feel shallow, draining, or repetitive. You no longer feel understood, or you've outgrown shared values. So you no longer feel understood, or you've outgrown shared values. Big one right there. You feel calmer away from them than with them. That's another big one right there. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about you feel calmer away from them than with them, that doesn't mean that you're abandoning them. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you're in a space to where you feel calm in a certain place, instead of being in that direct vicinity with them. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, you stop oversharing and start protecting your energy. Another big one. It is definitely time for us people to start protecting our own energy. We put so much out. We put so much out there in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Or we're around so many people. We have to take time to protect our own energy, because if you don't, everything around you will definitely drain you like a dead battery. You know what I'm saying? It will just definitely drain you. Old dynamics, drama, enabling gossip feel heavy instead of normal. These are all good signs right here. They're like right smack dead on point. What things are going on down here. You no longer need validation from them. This doesn't mean that they're bad. I just wanted to clarify that this up too while we're at it. It doesn't mean that you think they're bad people. It just means that that alignment has shifted. You know what I'm saying? Your alignment has shifted away from these things and these people, or maybe even patterns. You get what I'm saying? So signs you're outgrowing places. Familiar places feel restless, stagnant, or uninspiring. You crave quiet, order, nature, or solitude. You feel like you're passing through rather than belonging. Your body reacts to fatigue, anxiety, or irritation when you're there. That's a big one. If you can feel your body reacting to somewhere, say you're in a car, and you can feel your body reacting to heading this place. Or I'm gonna give you a really good prime example. So if you're heading to a place and when you get there, your anxiety jumps before you even get out of the car, that's a big sign right there. Please comment in down below, because I know that people are going through that or have felt that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely time for some type of change when that happens. You know what I'm saying? So your body reacts to fatigue, anxiety, or irritation when you're there. You start imagining a different environment without forcing it. Growth often requires a new container. Signs you're outgrowing things or even habits. Old habits stop giving comfort. Food, entertainment, or routines could be involved. You desire simplicity over stimulation. You naturally reduce consumption, social media, noise, or junk, and even certain type of musics that we listen to. You just don't want to hear it at that time. I'm not saying that you're done away with it, but say in the morning time when you get up to get in your car and drive, and you usually listen to music, sometimes you might not want to hear that type of information or that type of music given into the information that you're listening to. So that's a big one right there. You feel drawn to discipline instead of indulgence. Your body rejects what it is used to tolerate. So whatever you use to tolerate, it's no longer there anymore, and your body starts rejecting it by, your blood pressure heightens, or your anxiety goes on. Even too, you may even start sweating. You may not even notice, but you may even start sweating because your body is dreading, um, dreading to know what you're going to be dealing with when you do get in that certain space. This is often the body and spirit resetting standards. Emotional and spiritual signs. You feel lonely even around people. You grieve what no longer fits, but don't want it back. You don't want it back anymore, even though you do grieve. Sometimes when people grieve, they grieve for wanting things back or the loss of it, but you don't want this back. So you feel called to heal, refine, or consecrate. You sense a pull forward. You can't fully explain. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel like you want to go or move forward, but you can't fully explain why. You just, your body knows that, your body and spirit and mind knows that it wants to go in a certain place. So silence becomes nourishing instead of scary. This is also an important reminder to what I wanted to bring to you guys. Outgrowing is not arrogance, it's not rejection, it's obedience to growth. Let me say that again, and I just wanted to clarify that, so you don't get the idea that that this may feel like it's arrogance, or you're rejecting the people. It's not about them at this point. It's about you, and the reason why it's about you is because it's obedience to growth. Your spirit, your mind, your body, everything, everything, your whole being wants to grow. You know what I'm saying? And when it's time to grow, you have to grow. You can't let these opportunities go by too long. We live in the time here where, back in biblical times, people used to live 800, 900 years. It's only a couple of days that we're here. You know what I'm saying? A couple of years that we're here, and then we're gone. So you can't keep ignoring it. Trying to stay where you're outgrown will often show up as anxiety, fatigue, spiritual dullness, physical symptoms. Let me get into that right there. So basically, physical symptoms. When you have pits in the bottom of your stomach, you start sweating, or your anxiety starts racing. That includes heart palpitations, skipped or missed beats, urgency to use the bathroom, and also loss of motivation. So that's where your outgrowing will often show up in those type of feelings. You know what I mean? So please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. If you are hearing me in this video we're at the 8-minute mark, please, there's no reason why you shouldn't thumbs up this. There's no reason why you shouldn't subscribe to keep getting more content like this. And also too, you're here, you definitely should comment on the video, because I know these things are finding you, so you're attracted to this video. So give me some feedback, show me some love, and let me know that the video that you enjoyed about the video. So what to do when this happens? Don't force exits. Let distance happen naturally. Bless what ending instead of resenting. Create space before filling it with something new. Strengthen your body, very important. Your mind, also important, and your spirit. So that'll be 3 things that you want to be careful to strengthen, and know that you should strengthen your body, mind, and your spirit. So that's big right there. Trust that what aligns next will feel calmer, not louder. So I am going to help you. I'm going to help you also tell the difference between overgrowing versus avoiding, pruning versus isolation, growth versus ego. And here we go on that one. All right, let's walk through all three clearly and grounded so you can trust what you're experiencing and not second guess it. Giving your focus on healing, discipline, and faith, this distinction really matters. So, one, outgrowing versus avoiding. This will be out. This will be go. This will go under outgrowing. You've interrogated the lesson. There's no charge, just clarity. Signs. No resentment, just peace. You can be around if briefly without spiraling. You don't feel pulled back. You've changed, not just distance yourself. That's a big, big one right there. That's a big jewel. You've changed, not just distance yourself. So, like I said, on the other end, it's not about them, it's about you. You could revisit it if necessary without losing yourself. Example, you don't crave certain conversations or habits anymore. They simply don't fit into your nervous system. That's remarkable right there. That example is because that so you have everyday people, you know what I'm saying? You don't crave certain conversations no more. You may crave a conversation to where you always wanted to hear what this person had to say about this person. You know what I'm saying? That may cool down a little bit. You may not want to hear the same old conversation or even habits anymore. They simply don't fit into your nervous system. So when things don't fit into your nervous system anymore, they start bringing the anxiety. They start bringing the heart palpitations. They start bringing the sweating. They start feeling like, you may feel like you need the bathroom and all that stuff. You may even start shaking. If it's really, really bad, you could even vomit. So you don't care or crave any certain conversations anymore, habits anymore. They just don't fit into your nervous system. So that's how, that's what it is all about. You know what I mean? And that's the outgrowing part of it versus the avoiding. Now to get into the avoiding part of it, the lesson is unfinished. There's emotional charge or fear, signs of the avoiding, in the lessons being unfinished. There's emotional charge or fear, strong reactions, anger, anxiety, defensiveness. You feel triggered just thinking about it. You use busyness, fasting, discipline, or spirituality to escape. You feel relief and tension at the same time. You secretly fear facing it. Here's a key question for you guys. If I had to face this calmly, could I? Question. If not, it's avoidance, not outgrowing. Two, pruning versus isolation. Pruning is basically a healthy separation or healthy cutting ties. You're making room for growth. Signs, fewer connections, deeper quality, more silence, but it feels nourishing. I'm going to touch on that a little bit, the more silence part. So you're around all of this noise all day. I mean, noise, just different things like TVs, or you're around, you're around hustle and bustle, people that are always, moving around, talking a lot or talking a little bit about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You crave to be in an environment where that feels nourishing by silencing things. You know what I'm saying? Also, boundaries increase, bitterness does not. You still desire meaningful connections. You're not hiding, you're refining. Biblical frame. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. This was recorded in John verse 15, verse 2, if you wanted to pull your Bible out, if you have one, and go through that verse so you can get a biblical sense of what I'm telling you. Also, isolation, protective but risky if prolonged. You're withdrawing to avoid being hurt or seen. Signs, numbing instead of peace. You reject help automatically. I'm better alone becomes rigid. You feel spiritually dry or disconnected. You stop being curious about others. Mm, yep. That's signs you're withdrawing to avoid being hurt or seen. You stop being curious about others. Um, Important, short-term isolation can be healing. Long-term isolation can stunt growth. Um, yeah. So 3, before I get into 3, growth versus ego, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I would definitely like to hear if you are going through any of the topics or any of the situations that I have just listed here. Please let me know. I'm all ears. I will respond to you in a timely fashion. So 3, growth versus ego. This is subtle and most people get it wrong. True growth, expansion with humility. Signs, less need to be right. That's a big one right there. Less need to be right. If you in a certain individual are always feeling like you are right, it makes the situation 10 times much worse. So when you start to less need to feel what's right, also then I feel like too you'll be listening more. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna listen more when you feel less need to be right because you're not there explaining yourself or yelling or screaming or have that tension in the air where my way is right. You know what I'm saying? No way is right but mine. You know what I'm saying? That type of attitude. More compassion even with distance. So if you are distance yourself too, this might seem weird, but the compassion can get even stronger for the person. You know what I'm saying, or people, or places, or things. Even with distance, you don't need others to change. You feel smaller before God, not bigger. Discipline increases, but so does grace. So in a tone, this no longer fits me anymore. That's true growth. That's true growth right there. All of those things that I needed, that you needed. So basically, it would be less need to be right, more compassion, even with distance. You don't need others to change. You feel smaller before God, not bigger. Also, too, your discipline increases, but so does your grace. And in the tone for that would be this no longer fits me. So we're gonna move on to ego growth. Which is spiritual which can be spiritual or personal. Separation fueled by superiority or fear. Signs. Let me just go back here. I'm chopping and screwing stuff up. Separation fueled by superiority or fear. Signs. Silent judgment of others. They beneath me. Thoughts. I'm going to say that one over again a little bit slower and a little bit closer to the camera. They're beneath me thoughts. Rigid rules without love, loss of empathy, using growth as armor. Inner tone, I'm above this. A simple check, self-check, very accurate. Ask yourself, am I at peace or just relieved? Does this bring me peace, or do I just feel relieved? Moving on to the next one. Do I feel more loving or more closed? Would I still be grounded if this came back briefly? Does this draw me closer to God or make me self-reliant? Is my body calmer or just numb? Peace equals alignment. Numbness equals avoidance. Calm equals strength. So yeah, calm equals strength equals growth. Tight control equals ego. Final thoughts. So my final thoughts, when you're truly outgrowing something, you don't announce it. So be careful of announcing or telling people, you know what I'm saying? That's a big thing about how much you share. Stand out and just let people see. You'll start getting questions. What's going on with you? Is everything all right? Yeah, everything's all right. I'm just outgrowing something in people, places, or patterns. You know what I mean? So yeah, you don't announce it. You don't argue about it either. Don't waste your time arguing with people. You don't need permission. You don't burn bridges. You don't look back with longing. You simply walk forward towards the light. Um, if you, yeah, if you want, just let me know down in the comments section. I can help you interpret specific people or situations in your life. Recognize when a season is ending versus pausing. Discern whether God is calling you to wait, leave, or rebuild. That's a Jew right there. That's a spiritual Jew right there, because we got God involved with this one. So discern whether God is calling you to wait, leave, or build. Definitely, I would like to hear from you guys, and I will further on this video by telling you or helping you simply find out those things that may arise when you're growing away from people, things like that. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I hope that this video brings you insight, because at this time, like I said, it is 2026. Places are changing, things are changing, patterns are changing. We all as people are changing. So until then, I hope everyone continues to take care of themselves. I hope everyone is peaceful, happy, getting everything that they want out of life, and staying out of the way. With that being said, peace.